Watch me turn into a savage in 4 years.
For 48 hours. Now what does it turn into? It turns into how hard we compete. How personal do you take this? How personal do you take your matchup? How personal do you take it if they don't slide to you? How personal do you take it if somebody beats you to a ground ball? How personal do you take it if somebody knocks the ball out of your stick after you pick the ground ball up? Fellas, there's a lot to be said about character. What happens when you make a mistake? Do you sit back and you feel sorry for yourself? Or do you ball your fists up and get in a fist fight? Fellas, we made a mistake 10 days ago. And now it's about character. All that matters today is our response. Ball your fists up, take it personally, and get ready to get in a damn fist fight right now.
What is going on, guys? It is Memphis, and it has been incredibly long. It's been like at least 2 or more weeks since my last video, which was the Jesse James West video. And if you have not checked that out, please go check that out like right now, right before you watch this video. So in today's video, though, we're going to be talking about the differences between bulking and cutting. And I'm going to go through a full day of eating. So, right now for breakfast snack, because it's currently 6:58. I got up at 6:30. I made my coffee. And yeah, you like my mug? It's a little monkey thing. But, so that's actually... If you're bulking, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but if you're bulking, the first thing is you need to eat more. And if you struggle to eat more, get up earlier, because then you can eat more. So me, I am currently in a bulking state, and I'm going to just get some work done real quick, and then I'll see you guys at breakfast. So, I'm looking at the analytics for my YouTube channel because I honestly haven't looked at them in a long time. And the click-through rate for our videos is actually up. Let's see. Well, the click-through rate, it's up 8%, but the average watch duration is only 2 minutes and 56 seconds, which, you know, but hey, it is what it is. And, oh, you guys could see the ring light, yeah. This is honestly the only thing that I really, really enjoy about getting up early. There's not one today, though, but the transition from the darkness to the light. So unlike me, you're interested in cutting. Now, how do you even start the first process of cutting? Well, first off, you gotta calculate your BMR, which is like your body mass ratio or something like that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a professional, so some information I could be telling you could be false, some can be true. I'm not very technological with it. Obviously, to bulk, you got to eat more, so you surplus your calories. And if you're trying to lose weight or cut, you got to be in a calorie deficit, which is less calories than your BMR, which is your active amount while resting. So, like mine personally Me, I'm about 2,500, so if I want to bulk, I need to eat 2,600. Or if I want to lose weight, I gotta eat 2,400. Do you kind of see what I'm saying here? So that's fact number one for cutting or losing weight. Cutting and losing weight are kind of the same thing, not necessarily, but the same can be applied to the two of them. So here we go, back trying to figure out the best way to film again. But it is now time for breakfast. But before we actually proceed any further, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram if you have not already. Also, follow me on TikTok, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, you know the deal. We've got egg whites. Or egg stirs. I mean, it's egg whites, but it's yellow. So, same ordeal. Now, you might be thinking, okay, at the beginning of the video, you said you're in a bulk. So why are you going to use egg whites if it's less calories? Now, for me specifically, I haven't had French toast in a couple days because I haven't had any, so I've been using regular eggs. Now, it is smarter to actually use regular eggs because they are more calories and they have more fat in them than egg whites. But if you are cutting or trying to lose weight, egg whites is a great alternative because it's 25 calories per 3 tablespoons. And I think 1/3 of a cup is approximately 2 eggs. So, I don't know how many calories that is. But this is actually not right. Hold on, let me just... Fancy editing can't do everything for you, man, you know? I feel like we're getting a little bit leaner. You guys haven't seen me in a while, you know? I took kind of a break a little bit from the gym, too. Not as long as YouTube, but I took like a nice week, you know? But, cue the cooking. So while the stove is actually heating up, let's go ahead and talk about supplements now. Honestly, these are just my essentials whether I am bulking or cutting. We have omega-3 fish oil. You just take 1 capsule a day. This is good for your overall heart, bones, etc. Yada yada. I don't know the full details off the top of my head. I just know it's good for you. Now you can get omega-3 from fish, but I don't eat enough fish in my diet, so I just take it artificially. And then we have creatine capsules. I take, because it's pills, a lot of people tend to have powder. Sorry. I thought that was fun. No, but I take 3 in the morning, and then I take 3 more after the gym. And also before the gym, as you know, I'll take a pre-workout, but what I just started to take is collagen. Is good for your skin, hair, nail health, and it provides maca for energy and antioxidants. It's a source of natural energy and calming focus. It provides a superior form of protein and 20 amino acids that are naturally found in the bone, skin, and cartilage. I mainly take it for the bone health because Lord knows my bones need it. In high school, all them years of ego lifting and breaking myself, like, I gotta repair myself somehow, you know? 2 years ago, I would have never been able to swallow that, let alone this fish oil size. Oh my god. But let's get back to cooking. Always use the butt end, okay? Don't throw it out. And you guys already know the French toast recipe, but I like cinnamon sugar just because cinnamon sugar, it kind of gives it more of like a syrupy taste rather than actual cinnamon. So yeah. I actually have enough in here to make 5, but I'm just gonna stick to 4 just because we are going to be eating again after this. So what I'm gonna do with the rest of these egg whites is I just give all of the breads some extra drizzles, you know? Sometimes it's gonna go on the pan, but that's okay. You know, what can you do about it? You're only human. So here we got the French toast, and we got some Island Punch pineapple juice. This shit slaps. If it really does, though. If you've not had this, go to Walmart and get yourself some. So here we go with breakfast, guys. We've got our 4 pieces of French toast, and like you just heard us there, we have our Island Punch. I have not tracked my calories in so long, in all honesty. So the total estimation, of course, because it's always an estimate, you never can track fully to the dot, is 494. I'm not gonna go into the macros. I'll just throw the macros on the screen as well. But I'm gonna be honest, this, I told you it's gonna be made up, and there's gonna be a bunch of calories coming in, and that was in the syrup. I have not used, okay, I did not realize, but there are multiple bulking terms. There is, okay, we have a clean bulk, which is kind of what I was referring to, which is bulking with clean foods. We have a lean bulk, which is bulking while trying to stay lean, also similar to what I was speaking of. You have a dirty bulk, which is just eating whatever you want. We have a slow bulk, slow bulk, which is also kind of similar to what I was saying, which is taking your time to gain the mass. We have a fast bulk, which is gaining weight rapidly. A perma bulk, which is being on a permanent bulking phase. Oh my gosh, so imagine like bulking your entire life. Never. I mean, I guess you kind of are somewhat, not really though. You have fulking, which is fat bulking, thinking you're gaining muscle, but really gaining lots of fat too. And recomping, which is staying the same weight while improving body composition by slightly increasing muscle and simultaneously. Okay, this blog is like, I think he's just like writing just to get more words in. But, because those are all kind of relatively similar. And, guess who just joined me? The big boy himself, Augie Woggy. This man right here is a machine. He is a real beast of a human. Hey dude, show him them guns. He's also very scared of the camera still though. But as you could see by his physique, he's got the big body going on. You know, he never skips leg day, as you could tell. And, you know, he's just got that big old chest. But he dirty bulks. That's why he's got a lot of fat on him, and he doesn't look as strong as he really is just because he eats whatever he wants. So, tip of advice. Clean bulk. Save yourself time from cutting. This is a different day. The original clip I recorded, I decided it was way too long and dragged out. The whole dilemma of the routine thing was dragged out. So you probably just now clicked to skip to this point of the video. So let's get right into it. So this is going to be a 4-day split. This is actually not my plan. I did not develop this. I did tweak it a little bit. So this is actually provided to me by Will Tennyson. A lot of things are provided to me by Will Tennyson. That's just the person I look to when I need information for fitness things. However, the person you might look to may tell you different or say otherwise, but I just think Will, he's just a genuine person that gives off free information, not seeking anything from it. So let's go into the 4-day split. This is going to be training each body part 2 times a week. So you're going to start off with chest, back, and biceps 1. Now, during this, you're going to start off with compound movements, as you should every workout. You should always start off with a compound movement. Compound movements are your deadlifts, your bench press, your squats. You get me? All right, so we're going to start off with bench press, and this is going to be a 3-week split. or routine, so that way each week you go up in weight. And this is going to apply to all of these. So week 1, you're going to do 4 sets of 8. Week 2, 5 sets of 6. And week 3, 6 sets of 5. So say week 1, I will use mine as an example. I did 145 for the 8. And then the next week, I jumped up to 156. And then the third week, 175. Now, you want to complete as many sets as possible with the weight that you're loading up to. Now, depending on how long you've been training, you may only add 2.5 pounds or 5 pounds. Or maybe if you're just starting off, you might be able to add 10. I don't know. Next up, after this, we're going to go to pen lay row. For week 1, you're going to do 4 sets of 12. Week 2, 4 sets of 10. And week 3, 4 sets of 8. Same applies, go up every week in the weight, progressively overloading, and that's how you put on muscle, is you progressively overload. And now we're going to go back to the chest. So we just went chest back, and now we're going back to chest, and we're going to do incline dumbbell press. Week 1, 4 sets of 12. Week 2, 4 sets of 10. And week 3, 4 sets of 8. And now that is like the main movements. So after those, we're now going to go into the accessory work. So like the machines and stuff. We're going to go ahead and do lat pull down with 3 sets of 12 to 15. Do not go up in weight until you hit all 3 sets with 15 reps and 15 good ones. Don't give me no, like, just good reps controlled. You really dominate the weight and make it your, let your imagination fill in the blank. After the lat pull down, we're going to go ahead and go on to cable row, which is also 3 sets of 12 to 15. And then to finish off the day, we're going to hit the biceps with 4 sets of 8 to 10. Alright, so that completes the first day of chest, back, and biceps. Next, we're going to go to shoulders, legs, and triceps 1. To start off the day, you guessed it, baby, we're going to start off with the squat. We're going to go ahead and do 4 sets of 8 for week 1. Week 2, 5 sets of 6. And week 3, 6 sets of 5. Again, progressively overloading. Very simple. You know, the weight. Then after the squat, we're going to go ahead and go to seated dumbbell press. Week 1, 4 sets of 12. Week 2, 4 sets of 10. And week 3, 4 sets of 8. So you might start to notice a pattern happening here. So after the seated dumbbell press, we now go into the, this was by far the most challenging for me when I first started off with this routine. We're going to go into Romanian deadlift. You're going to do 4 sets of 12. Yes, 12. 12 hard, long reps during week 1. Week 2 is 4 sets of 10. And week 3 is 4 sets of 8. And no, you probably thought, oh, week 2 is not going to be bad. It's going to be like 4 sets of 6 to 8 maybe. But no, and then you probably also thought, well, week 1, it'll probably be like 4 sets of 3. But no, it's not. Then after that, those are the main compounds. We're going to go into the accessories. So now we got lateral raise, which is 4 sets of 12 to 15. Then we have the dumbbell split squat with 3 sets of 10 on each individual leg, supersetted with the reverse pec deck with 3 sets of 20. That's a real killer right there. That's challenging. Then after that, we move on to dumbbell skull crush. The dumbbell is a little bit easier on your elbow joints rather than the bar. And 4 sets of 10 to 12. Again, don't go up until you complete all 4 sets with 12 reps. So you made it to the first 2 days now. Now we move on to day number 3, or chest, back, and biceps 2. This day is going to kind of switch up and be primarily focused around the back with accessories of the chest. We're going to start off with pull-ups. Week 1 is 4 sets of 8. Week 2 is 5 sets of 6. And week 3 is 6 sets of 5. And feel free to go ahead and throw like a weighted vest on or dumbbells on your feet or whatever, you know, to add extra weight to your body if it gets too easy, or if you're already feeling like it's too easy, go ahead and do that. But you still would probably want to warm up without any extra weight. I personally, when I'm doing any sort of chest or back movement, I'll warm up my shoulders ever so lightly. And like the pull-up variation, I will start off 2-3 sets without a vest, and then I will move on to a weighted vest or strap on some weight onto me, and then just do 2 reps or 2 extra sets amongst what I've done from warm-up. Warm-up doesn't count for your actual sets. Always remember. Then after pull-ups, we go ahead and move on to incline dumbbell, because we want to be proportional. We don't want to be unbalanced, you know. When you're doing just regular bench, one arm might be stronger than the other, so you want to hit those dumbbells to even everything out. And we're going to go into week 1 with 4 sets of 12, week 2 is 4 sets of 10, and week 3 is 4 sets of 8. I don't know why I said that so aggressively. But after that, we're going to go into chest supported row, with week 1 being 4 sets of 12, week 2 4 sets of 10, and week 3 4 sets of 8. After the chest supported row, we're going to go ahead and go on to weighted dip. Weighted dip, not regular dip, weighted dip, and not dip that you put in your gum. And if you can't do the weighted or it's too hard, go ahead and just feel free to go ahead and do it without any extra weight, or have a lighter bench day. So we're going to do 4 sets of 12 for week 1. Week 2 we move on to 4 sets of 10, and week 3 we move on to 4 sets of 8. And now time for the accessory work. We're going to do machine press or fly, you could choose whichever you prefer, with 3 sets of 12 to 15. Once again, do not go up in weight until you hit all 3 sets with 15 reps. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and go to incline dumbbell curl for 4 sets of 12 to 15. That is chest, back, and bis 2. And now week 3, or not week 3, what am I talking about? Shoulders, legs, and tris 2. Day number 4, technically. We're going to start off this workout with standing shoulder press, or standing press, you know, whichever you prefer to call it. Week 1, we're going to do 4 sets of 8, week 2, 5 sets of 6, and week 3, 6 sets of 5. Then after that, Will did actually have the hex bar deadlift in his plan for this. However, it was very rough on my knees. Hex bar is a little bit more tense on the knee joint. So I went ahead and switched it to the Romanian. However, the difference between the two is hex bar, you are able to lift more weight, and it also primarily focuses your quads. So you could choose, you could do regular deadlift or you could do the hex bar. Either way, week 1 is 4 sets of 12, week 2 is 4 sets of, I changed mine to 5, so you could go ahead and do 4 sets of 8, and then week 3, 4 sets of 6. There you go. I just helped you out. Then after the deadlift, we're going to go on ahead and do a lateral raise variation, so you can pick or you could switch up each set. Either way, it's going to be 4 sets of 10 to 12. After the lat raise, we're going to go ahead and go to leg press with 4 sets of 12 to 15. Once again, do not go up in weight until you hit all 4 sets with 15 solid reps. Then we move on to lying hamstring curl with 3 sets of 12 to 15. I just stated when to move up in weight. I'm not doing it again. I quite frankly am getting tired of doing it. Then after that, we move on to tricep push down for 4 sets of 12 to 15. Now, there's your split, guys. Go ahead and just copy how I put it up on the screen, because that did take some time to do. And have a wonderful night, guys. If you guys want to see more videos like this, just go ahead and drop a like and comment and subscribe. And honestly, I might do more of these because it'll help me learn and really cement it into my mind, because I have years of knowledge in here. However, I forget the terms and so on and so forth. So thank you guys. This has been Memphis. Have a wonderful night and stay clean.